It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show.
Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Pick it up. Watch the ship.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
10 logo. Joker. Tight dog. Blue draw, quarter. Snap.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Eason, he's going to air one out. And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6 as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
At their own 34-yard line.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 34. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, You just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Push him back. Push him back. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Shift. Check right. Check safety.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He completes it to Nelson. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point. That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Protein spill. Hey, Haywood. Look at me. Door. Ready.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Zadarius Smith able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Got to be careful here, backed up this deep on 3rd down. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Jones. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
From the 44, Rodgers setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
No, 319. Box it. Zoom. Check right, 27. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go, G. Get off the field.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Rodgers over the middle, and it's incomplete. Antonio Callaway, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Rodgers. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position after a turnover. I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn it into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 47-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Check, check. Hey, zoom. Check, 45 to Mike. Check, 45 to Mike.
2nd and 3. Open here, Adam Thielen. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. He'll get 15 and a Vikings 1st down.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down.
Ready. 61, matchbox lights. Here we go. Undercrunch.
They'll run for the first time with the former Bearcat, Mike Boone. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 15-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch tight end. Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. Switch. 5.
They'll go with Boone. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Here we go. 8-3. You're out. Watch it. Get it.
To throw on 3rd down. Eason. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
face. 44. I'm coming.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Extra point try by Bailey. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead.
Next to score, Vikings 14, Packers 2.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Over. Look at this.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
No. 258. 27. I got him. Slam. Okay, over here. Check right. Hey, we are going.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. This thrown quickly out to Jones. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. He was brought down by Eric Wilson.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Line 54. I got it. Check 24. Check 24. Watch twist. Watch twist. Watch twist. 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 Shift.
Rodgers now to throw. 20. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. That one good for 26 and a first down.
A gain of 26 yards. First down, Green Bay.
Rodgers now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's first down. Out of the pistol, the give to Jones. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
36. Under 10. Under 10. 10.
Here's Rodgers on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones there to make the grab as his guys are back within a single score. The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. This will be taken short. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing on first down. Eason. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. He'll get a couple yards on that one. And it's a second down.
Recon, 132 fighter. 60 on. Watch the jam.
Now Cook. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Let's go now.
And let's see the Packers defensively 6 DBs, so a dime look on third.
Could play coverage or bring pressure.
He's coming. We got double up. Ready?
From the gun, Eason. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander, and he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful. Nowhere
to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend.
Look, squeeze. Hey, exit. Check three. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check. Hard. Hey, Sam off.
Looking to throw. Eason. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rodgers. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point attempt to follow here. And that one pushes the lead up to 11.
Next score, Packers 25, Vikings 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
Check!
Yo, hit it!
On first down, Eason. He's going to loft it deep, and that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently, so that's just going to be an incompletion. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Who's got 84? Check 84. Single. Hatchet.
There.
Kill.
Pilot, 64, weak.
On the carry, it's Boone. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Rock it. 60 Pittsburgh.
Crunch.
5.
31's the mic. Hey, tank. 31's the mic. Hey, they're scared.
They go.
Operating from the gun, Eason. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Break. Hey, wahoo! Look at me. Door.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
Hey, orbit.
Hey, 25 the mic. We're going 25 the mic. You must be dreaming.
Leo.
Crash.
Get it.
From the gun, Eason. And that one will fall incomplete.
The first down pass.
Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Kevin King, the former Washington Husky, there defensively.
On the ready.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. Let's go.
To throw again, Eason. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down.
Back to you.
Go.
Check 3.
Yo, Jackrabbit, come on. Hey, lock it.
He's coming, double up.
Now.
Operating from the gun, Eason. And the pressure gets to him again. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. On fourth down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. Back deep, J.J. Nelson. And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. Lock Edwards now to punt it away. That's pulled in at the 32. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this...
Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. There he goes, right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead. Not so fast. That pick six really changes the complexion. Probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now. Probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
Now Bailey to tack on the extra point. And the lead is down to 4. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
X3, 218, chop.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. And it's third down.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. They're working from the gun. Rodgers. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Back at his own 49.
So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
And it brings up third down.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. 2nd and 9 now. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2.
Check 37. Check 37. Check 90.
They're going to run for it with Jones. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
33. Vikings 21.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded at the 8. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They start the drive with Cook. Showed a good move, but quickly corralled just beyond the 10-yard line. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle, there to make the stop.
8, read. General West. Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
44, Mike.
Now.
Fofo's the Mike. Mike's Fofo.
Hard, hard.
Let's go. Showing it, showing it.
Hey, Haywood.
To throw on second down. Eason going right side here, and that's complete. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
Rudy Bates.
Man, that's trash. That's trash.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Second and 9 at the 25-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check it back. Check it back.
On second down, this is Madison. A good run as he works his way for 9 that time, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and just a few inches. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison, and he will have a first down here at about the 40. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Ready, break.
44's Mike. Check. Watch the out. Watch it.
Topper. Smith. Hey, Sam off.
Watch the ship.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Come on, set. 18 Gator. 44.
Yeah. You don't want none. Jumper.
On first down, Cook. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Hey, dude.
Watch the slant. Check.
Get it.
Looking to throw on second down. Eason lets it fly for Thielen. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Kevin King with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
From the 17, Rodgers. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. On first down, Rodgers. He's going to walk one deep and got his man complete. Touchdown, Packers. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left and no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmaker. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Zadarius Smith getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Now.
Back to throw. Eason. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. 3rd down here. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
So that'll back him up 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Drop, rock it. Hey, Alpha.
From the gun, Eason. Throwing right, and that's complete. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. On 4th down, Eason. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Kevin King with a pick. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The tackle goes to Harrison Smith. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Again, it's Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Makes the score Packers 46, Vikings 21.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken very short. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just...
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 25. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. He was pretty good a year ago in college, getting outside of the pocket and making plays, but it's a different story here in the NFL.
Well, in college, when he broke out of the pocket, his receivers often knew what to do in a scramble drill, and defenders weren't quite as adept at that. In the NFL, they work on that as well. They realize once he's out of the pocket, you can knock a receiver down. You can take him out of the play that way. You can make sure you hunt him up and make sure that you have him covered downfield. They do a much better job of it. He's got to learn that the speed has changed on this level.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there, and now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down. And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. The Packers on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Back. Check. Fresno.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And we have reached the 2-minute warning.
Ready, set.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
That's it, baby.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset.
Hey, exit.
And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw on second down. Eason, he's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 25. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. Tackle made there by the UCF man, Mike Hughes. Rodgers looking to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to, pick up a first down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. Here we go.
Hey, high 7.
On first and 10, here's Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. Has a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Quick edge. Come.
Blue draw Corkers.
Slam. Check nine.
Buzz. Let go.
Looking to throw. Eason, now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And that's caught by Smith. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal.
Hey, orbit. Get it.
Operating from the gun, Eason in trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here.
Hey, lock it. Hey, Delta.
Watch 84. Watch 84. He's going. Shift.
Let's go.
Off the play fake. Eason, he'll buy some time right. And he's going to go down again. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. They need to reverse the trend. The last two plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal.
Go.
31's the mic. Wild Bill. 31's the mic. Coming to you.
Now.
Off play action. Eason. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown Vikings. Adam Thielen there to make the grab. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Bailey got the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to 18.
Next to score, Packers 46, Vikings 28.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. Oh, what a move. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for Green Bay, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not.